Lego. Audio check. Audio check. Check, 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 check. Yeah. Audio check. Is my microphone working? Is everything working? Am I live? Am I live yet? One of my screens is broken, so I can't see what's going on the other side. Is everybody cool, clean, crisp? Is everybody there? This thing even on right now? I can't see if people are live. Boom, 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 boom. Let's blow this up for a second. Gonna minimize this, get this out the way. Sheesh. Am I on? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Okay, I see one heart. All right. All right. As long as I know we got somebody watching. Let's get it in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Oh, I see him now. There we go. Is everybody irie today? Ho ho! Let's talk. But you already know how this goes. It's been a while. It's been a while, so I'm gonna say hello to the people that I see in the comment section. Then I'm gonna go on my little ridiculous rant, give you some informaciones, and see what we got going on. Johnny, how you doing, brother? Nathaniel, pronouncing that correctly. Carlos, hello from San Antonio. Save the Alamo. Brooklyn Dre, never heard of you before. Where you from? Iowa. Amanda, hello, young lady. Kiefer was good. Goldberg, what the beat is, cousin. Grace, that is my granddaughter's name. Beautiful. Bean, what's going on? Rick Van Hoos, I believe that's the right way to pronounce it. And Bald Dad. That makes two of us. We're both bald. Nothing wrong with being bald. Uh, Big Gucci soldier. That's too much. That's too much going on. Yes, I am feeling irie. Your chooch coming in for some Italian food. Somebody said, I'm full. I just had Chinese food. Before we get into the foolishness, I want to look in the camera and tell me, people, tell me, have you ever, and I mean ever, seen a Chinese food commercial? But everybody is eating Chinese food. Sells itself. Think about it. I'll let that simmer for a second, huh? Never seen a damn Chinese food commercial, have you? Chloe, what's going on? Donna, hello, get in the truck, damn it. Shy till I die. New York pizza. Take back America. Was good. All good from the Bronx to Boogie Down. Stop the madness. You know what I mean? Stop the madness. I'm gonna talk about some stuff today, so I ain't gonna be able to read. Like I said, one of my screens isn't working. So let me go over here and just talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about what's going on. And hopefully I'll have another live tomorrow for the carriers. I believe I'm gonna have Mr. Chooch on there speaking about something about what Brooklyn Dre was talking about. And Brooklyn Dre has this great thing going on with um this undertime auto pivot, this foolishness that y'all got going on in life. Yeah, it's just oof. Mario Carpenteri from New York, Mailhandler was good. Detroit in the building. Ralph, hello. Texas. Texas. All my exes live in Texas. Listen, I'm not a carrier. I'm not a clerk. See all of y'all in there. I'm a postal truck driver. That's it. But I got family in every single craft, from carriers to clerks to managers. Yes, I said it. I got managers in my family. Got a good friend that's a postmaster. I deal with a lot of different people. One of my god brother is a plant manager. Good guy. So the thing is that I see all the beef, the burnout, the bullshit. And here's the truth: most of y'all, from non-career to craft to frontline management, you won't survive what's coming unless you wake up fast. And I'm gonna give you some facts. I know I did some videos before, so just bear with me. I can't read the comments. Maybe Chooch will be so nice as to answer them for me. The new postmaster, David Steiner, isn't gonna fix the damage. He is about to speed it up. And for my postal workers in my crafts, the APWU is still working without a contract, and it's about to get ugly. All right. Without a contract, APWU, we don't have no respect. At the end of the day, there's really no respect. And I'm kind of wondering why we don't have a contract yet. So, any one of y'all, clerks, truck drivers, maintenance people, y'all tell me how you feel about this contract delay. You know what I mean? Personally, I think it's a divide and conquer type trap. The Postal Service kind of pits the carriers versus the clerks versus the drivers, and nobody wins. Understand that, because the carriers seem to be the cream of the crop. They're always in the front line. They're the faces of the place. And I've actually had it on this channel where people were fussing with each other, saying, "Oh, uh, the mail handlers. If there weren't no mail handlers, the carriers wouldn't have nothing." The clerks say, "Hey, if it wasn't for us sorting your stuff, the carriers wouldn't have nothing." Truck drivers at the end of the day say, "Hey, none of y'all be working if we didn't bring you the mail." But everybody's pitted against each other. And I know this because, like I said, I have son, daughter, nephew, sister carriers, clerks. I have supervisors, man, everybody. So I hear shit um from the manager part of my family, and they say things that clash with my own personal values, but I understand their angle. And because I understand their angle, this makes me the bridge between everybody. I'm not a biased voice. This is not about picking sides. This is about surviving the system. I can love my sister and still say the carrier system route is broken. I respect a relative who's a supervisor or a manager and still say they don't know shit about safety. That's because that's my thing. I still get the respect from every angle. Now, I'm gonna give you some facts that I pulled up about Mr. Steiner, which should shit, they're gonna wake you up. All right, so David Steiner is supposed to be the 76th Postmaster General of the United States. He will assume the role uh July 1st, so long as he gets through the confirmation process. He was chosen by the United States Board of Governors. But he comes from a private sector logistics and operations background. Y'all know that he came from waste management as well as FedEx. These are real stats that you cannot debate. All right. The 10-year delivering America for America plan, that was the Joyce thing. It is still currently active. When I spoke about the Joy, somebody wrote in one of my comments today, stated that, "Oh, well, you made this thing about the Joy and you like the Joy so much." I didn't say I liked the Joy. I understood what he was doing. And nothing ever came from it. Yeah, okay. Plenty has come from this. Steiner is expected to optimize and accelerate that plan, not stop it. And that was his statement from the U.S. Board of Governors statement in 2025. For anybody thinking that Steiner's coming to fix it all, uh, Deliver for America plan is still the playbook. That's what he said. He's not canceling it. He is scaling it. Um, Steiner's focus, these are all his words, is to cut costs, not grow paychecks. We lost over $6.5 billion last year, and the new person is coming in. Let me see. Processing centers. Again, I'm reading what he had spoke about in his statements. Processing center changes are still rolling. USPS is moving ahead to its sorting and delivery centers. Over 200 local post offices were impacted. Fewer plants, longer routes, consolidated efficiency. They already converted 200 sites into mega centers, carriers driving further, which is happening, plants that were gutted, right? And that is not changing. That is not changing. His personal quote for data and performance was, "We must embrace operational discipline and data-driven accountability across all levels of USPS." That was in May, this month, 2025. That's basically a sign to say, screw your time, screw your seniority. If the data says you're slow, they're going to try and mess with you. That's at the end of the day. That's what's going on. Those were his specific words. This ain't about believing that he's a savior, because that's not the case. This is about everybody preparing themselves, because whether it was DeJoy, Steiner, or SpongeBob, damn it, the leadership playbook is the same. Cut costs, automate, crush overtime. Again, Brooklyn Dre created an excellent thing. I want to do a whole story about this tomorrow, about the auto pivot thing that they're doing to carriers. And he actually has the full transcript from what they are teaching management to do to you. That is just for the carrier aspect. There's other people and other angles that we have more information. Again, I can only but share but so much without getting myself in trouble. His basically, let me see, his prior role at transportation logistics from 2020 to 2024, which was FedEx. He ran the operation. His main priorities was cost reduction through automation, AI-driven employee performance monitoring. This is what Brooklyn Dre was talking about. AI-driven, which is bullshit. Let's talk about, seriously, this is bullshit, because AI cannot give people realistic information. But that is what he is. That's what he did. AI-driven employee performance. So they're expecting AI to tell you what to do. He outsourced non-core work to third-party contractors, which I'm totally against. This is one of his quotes: "Success," this is shit's gonna blow you up. "Success comes from a culture of accountability, not excuses. If you're not performing, you are replacing yourself." That's his words at a Logitech Leaders Summit. He said flat out, if you're not performing, you're replacing yourself. His second quote, "Gut feelings do not scale. Data does." That was in a 2023 interview on logistics strategy. You got stewards who go by feelings, managers who live off of feelings, but Steiner's not guessing. He's watching. He's going to do everything based off of this AI and data. That means every scan, every minute, every delay is now basically our job security or write-ups. Another quote for him: "When people resist change, it's usually because they've been getting away with something." That is when he sent that in a company-wide memo by Freight Waves in 2023. He literally said, if you resist change, it's because you've been getting away with something. That's a shot at union reps, lazy supervisors, runners. Cut it out. Yeah. He's coming in to smoke out that dead weight. This is what he did before USPS. He rolled out automated driver time tracking. He outsourced local freight sorting to private contractors. He replaced legacy managers who did not meet digital tracking benchmarks. Remember I said managers were going to be held accountable? He was an operations guy. I'm giving you the facts now, so y'all can't make this. Look it up. I tell y'all I do my research. Just like Brooklyn Dre. I keep plugging him because I wish he could put his information there. He has an excellent video. Carriers would love it. The result were 17% of the drivers were reassigned or fired within 12 months. He cut costs by 12%. He caused 30% attrition in non-career staff. I don't know if you all know what attrition is, where people voluntarily retire. 5 regional managers were removed in 8 months. This dude got rid of 5 managers in under a year for not adapting to the technology. So you think your old school postmaster is safe? Nope. And neither is the truck driver, the PSC, the CCA, the carriers, the rural carriers. Nobody. This man is all about operations. Again, no fear mongering. These are facts. You can read them yourself. This guy's not coming in to walk the floor and kiss babies. He's coming in with a dashboard and basically metrics. Again, I got to figure out how to translate this to everybody. Metrics. So again, it's all data. So if you got lazy shop stewards, lazy workers, clueless 204Bs, he's not just talking. He's already done this shit elsewhere. Remember I was talking about the uniforms? He did that with waste management. Waste management is nationwide as well. Garbage people have to have their shirts tucked in, like y'all can see me. But think about that. Look at if you have waste management, look at them. They have to have their shirts tucked in. um he's not playing, basically. He automated freight tracking, cut management heads who couldn't keep up with tech. And he brought in contractors basically to save money. The quotes, success comes from a culture of accountability, not excuses. If you're not performing, you're replacing yourself. That's a warning from the man. Gut feelings don't scale, data does. So when people say, oh, this is what we all feel like that we have this untouchable mentality, uh, us as postal workers. We have this untouchable mentality of they can come in, but we ain't gonna change much. We changed a lot since 2019. So now we changed a lot. Y'all think we didn't. For those that say we did not change, I want you to remember you may be in this small part of the country, but the country is huge. Other areas have changed. I've made videos. I've had people reaching out. Hey, man, we got 40 people just sitting in a room because they don't have no work for us. Or we had this big issue that's going on in Georgia. Everybody's heard about that. Or Kentucky or Tennessee or in Texas, all over the country. There was a lot of changes going on. um, so here's the thing. If management was halfway decent, they would fix the system instead of hiding behind a title. And if you got to assume that if the union reps had backbones, we'd be having real conversations, not pep talks and delay tactics. Now, I've always said I liked my union president, uh, Diamondstein, but right now he's leaving people in limbo. Silence does not help. Y'all know, well, for those that are not part of the NALC, you know that the NALC went through almost 2 years without a contract and total silence. So all it's going to do is going to cause confusion. And with this new man stepping in, it's going to confuse people even more. My main thing is just to share information so that people can be prepared. Um, if you're non-career right now, make sure that you document everything. Um, build your own personal credit up, build your own person up, and understand I'm talking to different range groups here. So some people are like, this don't apply to me. Yes, it applies to certain people that I'm talking to. Build your own personal resume up. Find a side hustle, find a backup plan, because we have people like my man Steven Torres. He was postal for 4 years. He was always in my chat group, fussing and stuff like that. And he just straight up quit after being career. People are quitting because they can't handle this. And if you don't have something to fall back on, it hurts because nothing is really paying right now. Actually, something is paying right now. Somebody sent me something. Let me pull this. I forgot I was going to put this in one of my videos. I got to pull it up. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm an old man, so I don't always have everything together. And a lot of these things I do on the fly. Bear with me. Bear with me. I know y'all like, damn, Jay. I don't want to lose y'all. I don't want to lose y'all. Costco. I don't know if my camera's gonna show this. Let's see. Can y'all see that or no? Uh, I can't tell if you're seeing this. Costco drivers, they are training people for CDLs. Costco truck driver, paid training, 28.50 to $32 an hour. No experience required. $7,000 in tuition assistance, flexible spending account, health insurance, paid time off, 401k plan, year-end bonus, and employee assistance. That's not bad. Recruitment of workers, Costco truck drivers. Just look that up. Why am I talking about that? Because um, this is what I do. I talk. I give y'all information that I get. I meant to put that in one of my videos, but forgot. Again, I'm an old man. Um, I have family on the inside. I still don't trust the system. They don't trust the system. Sometimes we go to our managers and supervisors, we ask them questions and they don't give it answers. And they're like, yo, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. And sometimes you want to call them out for their bullshit. You're like, well, why don't you know? Or you think they're lying. I'm close with mine and they don't know. They really don't know. And it bothers me because I feel like there's only a select few sitting up top that wants to share this information. And why is that? The one thing for certain and two things for sure, nothing can happen in this post office. I'm looking directly at one of my cameras there. Nothing can happen in this post office without the union approving it. They cannot build a new building. They cannot say, hey, we're building a new building without the union saying, yes, we will staff that new building. We will provide the workers for that new building. So I always tell you guys to be involved, get the information from your union. And if your local stewards don't have that information, get it from your president, because the presidents have to go to these conventions. And if they don't have that information, they have information from other presidents. They have a network that they can reach out to. Say, hey, man, what's going on here? Did y'all agree to this bullshit? Yes, they did. Maybe not your union, but people above them, which is why y'all have to infiltrate from within. You'll have to step up so that you can have that information readily available. Y'all sick of us old heads running the show. Well, the young heads need to step up. That is reality. Your young head started this damn AI shit. So now everybody's basing everything off this AI shit. Y'all did this. I'm blaming y'all. Serious shit right here. Um, and another thing, like I was going back to Steven, man. He used to give me shit in my comments. And I love the guy. But when people get overwhelmed at this place, because right now it's an uncertain time, it be it's emotionally draining. Think about that. We have a new postmaster. We have no idea what's going to happen. It can become emotionally draining for each and every one of us. Every single one of us has an issue in life, whether we want to admit it or not. It could be financial. Um, it could be, with your kids. It could be with your wife, your partner, whatever y'all want to call it. It could be with the economy. It could be with the government. And that stuff takes a toll on us. And then we have to come to work and deal with other postal workers. We all miserable, right? We need to change that culture. But there's an emotional fallout that all postal workers face, and it doesn't get talked about enough. There are intelligent people that work at the post office that need to step into some roles where they're able to go and help other people. Now, how does that get done? I don't have the answer for it. I know there are phone numbers that you can call, but you're thinking about, oh, well, I call these numbers, they don't help. That's because they don't care. We need to get people in there that are teachers that do care. That's why I kind of stepped into the role that I'm in. I care if, the people that come in, they got the first part of it. I don't know what happens after me. But if you have a whole ladder of something good, it ain't gonna be perfect. It makes it easier to work here. If you had one of the people you felt was a good person actually take the role as a supervisor. Remember, they still have data that they have to, deal with. But remember, I just did those 2 videos about supervisors and managers. You can have management that's good. Everybody has this management's the enemy. They're not the enemy. They follow, they're the yes men. They got to do what they got to do. But there are ways to do it. We all came here to do a job, and the job is simple: move mail. Fucking A, right? Move mail. Move mail, that's it. But if we can't get that right, and we still got to deal with coming home and you got the wife arguing with you, got the dog biting you, the dog sick, whatever, it becomes emotionally draining and stressful, and people just give up. We cannot have that anymore. Um, and y'all need to start stacking knowledge. I know I may sound older, but that's what it is. Stack your knowledge. Don't just listen to what I say. I got a lot of time and I got a lot of people, a lot of resources. So people share information with me, which makes it easy for me to learn. But you need to do your own research, because you're only going to be stagnant if this is where you see yourself at. It's not a pep talk. This is real shit. The old people that are here, 25% of us left, I think is less than that. Once we're gone, it's up to you to change the fucking culture. This is not sugarcoating shit. People don't like how I deliver my message. And this is not a fear tactic. This is hopefully a pep talk. Wake your ass up. We got to figure this out. Got to figure it out. Because if you don't figure out how to get and make this work, it's just going to be stressful for the next one. Because right now, we're going to have a new PMG with the same broken local leadership. Local bosses don't follow national changes. There's always going to be nepotism. There's always going to be favoritism. And that under time and shit going to be killing the morale. Go check out Brooklyn Dre. I keep plugging them. The union, they play both sides. Shop stewards defending trash employees and ignoring the good ones. I got a question. How many of y'all called out on Friday knowing it was going to be a long weekend? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Management and unions are laughing at us behind closed doors. I've heard it. I walked in, I'm like, that's messed up, man. You talking shit about me. We're always going to have mental and physical burnout. Mental and physical burnout. Mental burnout is worse than physical burnout because you can always sleep and get your energy back. Mental burnout, it take a long time. That's why they got these, somebody plug it in there. Somebody plug it in there. Those days, I forgot what the day is, where you can take a personal day for mental strength, a mental day or something like that. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Please plug that in the comments so people know that we have that option. Don't let this place beat you up. Nobody talks about post-traumatic stress syndrome, especially with the military people, the high divorce rates that happen because of this place. I come home, I'm mad as shit. I can't explain. Some of you that don't have spouses or significant others that work for you, you can't go home and explain to your own significant other what you dealt with when you went to work. Nobody can understand you except for another postal worker. Tell me I'm lying. You see me? I said it again. You see me. Mental health day. There it is. Thank you. What lie was I telling? The divorce rates are out the roof because you can't translate your pain to your partner. There's no way your partner can know what you went through. People die early. Tell me, shit. These people keep talking about holding on to the post office because I need 2 more years. And everybody knows somebody that is retired and within 4 years, they're dead. F that, okay? I'm retiring as early as possible. Soon as they say I know what date. I don't care if I got enough money or not. I'm going to make it. I know how to go. And I'll be the old man at the damn Walmart checking your receipts, but I'm not going to be here to let this place kill me because of my physical and mental burnout combined. No, people die as soon as they leave this place. And what does all of this mean if you don't get to enjoy it? We got to change this. That's stressful. And supervisors that we have now, not all, managers and postmasters, they don't care unless they hear that they were reported to OSHA or they got an EEO filed against them. Then there's retaliation. We got too much going on here. And let me reiterate. You see, I'm looking at that again. Let me reiterate. That man, David Steiner, go look him up. He don't give two fucks about none of that. He looking at data on a piece of paper. I don't know if you can see this, the green screen. Looking at data on a piece of paper and wants to know why the shit ain't get done. Why it ain't get done. That's all he care about. So just for the little bit behind the scenes, Brooklyn Dre they had a convention and they were talking to all the managers and supervisors basically, and he has a printout of the actual conversation and what they are teaching your managers and supervisors as far as data and statistics. So he formulated basically an audio book where you can listen to it on his channel. I think maybe 15 minutes, a 15-minute read, so that you can kind of understand what's coming down the pipe. I heard it. I read the transcript. I sent it over to a couple of different union presidents. I sent it up to one of the nationals as well and asked about the opinion behind it. And even some management, he might be in here watching, just to see what their opinion was. And basically they all said it is, a lot of it is bullshit, but a lot of it is AI driven, is data driven. So just imagine a computer is running your life and your workload. And a lot of us are turning around and saying, that shit ain't gonna fly because we got the union to back us up. Let's go back to David Steiner again. He a union buster. He don't give a damn about none of that. Operations guy. That's his job. I'm not giving them props. I'm telling you what he did and what he's doing, what his words were when he was talking about what his plans are for the United States Postal Service. Very clear cut, straightforward. He's not ignorant. That's what he said he was going to do. And it is what it is. And basically, I don't want to say they're setting people up to fail, but at DOIS, there we go. I said it, DOIS. It's a fraud, route evaluations. One of my people called me the other night, said he lost 12 grand. 12 grand? Rural carriers lose 12 grand? That's the only place you can sit there and see that shit. Can you fathom that? 12 grand just shaved off your annual salary and still try to survive? No, no. And then we got runners that make the normal workers look lazy. Yeah, yeah. When they break the rules, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Um, And if you don't have a side hustle or a plan, we feel hopeless. We feel like we're screwed. We get burned out. And the old heads will say, "Well, welcome to the post office. This is how we do things here." No, it's not acceptable that we do things this way. The days of old are past. We floated and we coasted for about 30 years of similar shit. DeJoy came in, he started ruffling people's feathers. People start arguing, man, it's bullshit. This man coming in, DeJoy left right after he said, hey, we giving people money to leave. Think about that. We went from damn near 100,000, no, not 100,000, almost a million employees down to barely 600,000 now. That's a lot of people within a 20-year period. People get every few years are gone. And that's what is going on today. That is what's going on today. Let's see what other bullshit I got here. Automation, switching to something different. Automation is not just robots. It's not just robots. If you go to your stations, some people have it in their stations already, where they had these machines that were replacing clerk work. I want you to think about that. The clerks that come in and sort mail in the morning, some of you still have that, but there are a lot of bigger hubs that don't have that, or that have it now, where they have these machines that replace the clerks. If you have two clerks at one station and you got five stations underneath the postmaster, and you got 10 people that come in at 2 o'clock in the morning to go sort mail, not throw parcels. They had 10 people coming at 2 o'clock in the morning. They only need three now because they consolidated all of these stations into one. What do y'all call it? SNDC. They only need three for the machine. 7 jobs lost. I saw it at the plant. I see it at stations. So people can't say shit ain't changed. They eliminate bids, they eliminate jobs. After a while, people don't want to do it anymore. Like, they too comfortable. We're too comfortable where we're at. Data-driven discipline. That's all this man is about. And if the numbers ain't working right, he gonna find ways to keep people moving. And his main thing was getting managers in place. And if they didn't serve their purpose, he shifted them or forced them to leave. Operational culture change, man. Let me look at some of these people over here. Let me look what we got over here. Let me look over here. I can't see the screen, so I'm going to read some of these. Poor Yaya. Good old days are gone. This is true. There's a head in my station that's been here from 1974. What? We had a 26 runner and he blew his knees out. He still has a limp now. What is that even worth? You worked all your life and now you can't even walk? Get the step in. No, 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 no. If you're a PO employee that's a veteran with disabilities, apply for medical disability from the PO due to your service connection conditions and apply for Medicaid disability retirement from the PO. So I know that we were talking about something. I'm going to try to explain this the best way I know how. The retirement. They're like, man, we ain't doing nothing to retire. Unmute toggle button. Okay, did I unmute? Did I mute myself? Y'all can still hear me? Unmuted. Oh, my bad. I can't see the other screen. Good. They're having something with retirement, and during retirement, basically, they were giving us a supplement between people that were eligible to retire at 57. They would give you a supplement until you reached your retirement age at 62. This is coming off the top of my head. I could be misspeaking here. Well, Congress just passed something where if it goes through the Senate, they're going to eliminate that supplement between 57 and 62, 5 years, where you're forced to work later in life. Does that make sense? So if you are an employee and you're able to retire because of your military, or you've been working at the post office for, 25, 30 years, you would technically be able to retire at 57, get supplemental income until you reach 62, where they would give you Social Security and Medicaid and all the other things until then. Well, if this thing passes, that's no more. So you're forced into working later in your life. Some people it applies to, some people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yes, that is some dramatic tish right there. My postmaster intimidates, lies, cheats, and steals, but he does tuck in his shirt. Oh my God. For real, bring on the early outs. All right, cool. Most carriers are worried that they will expand their route and make it longer. Yes, 57 and about 30. Could have had almost 62. Has Corey Walton ever been on live with Jay? Yes, he has. He has been on. We got to do a live stream. Let's do it, TC. You know my email. I tried to stay away from the live streams for about a month because it's a lot to deal with. Just setting this thing up takes me about 20 minutes. I got cameras everywhere. I got a camera here. I don't know if y'all can see this camera. I got my GoPro cam and got another cam over there, and I got to figure out which one works. And anyway, Total different animal than what these clowns are charging to. We don't have to worry about Dodge anymore. Well, Dodge already did their damage. Yes, they did. Dodge, whatever the hell they call them. Get leg massages and buy black running shoes. Oh God. I just want to make all right, minimum age retirement at 57. That would give me 20 years. I know that's right. Offered a 15,000 incentive for eligible employees to retire early. This initiative led to over 8,500 announcing their retirement. Yes, this is true. We need help support APWU just like you did for us. Man, that'd be nice. I gotta try and find somebody to reach out up there. I think they be ducking the old man. USPS typically sees about 40,000 employees leave due to attrition. Yes, this is true. You can retire if you won't be able to collect Social Security if those dummies pass that. Yes, this is true. See, this is why you come together. Y'all come together because you passing all this information on. I have so much stuff that y'all send me. I can't read it all. APWU is stupid for that. This is true. So all my federal veteran, y'all better go get that 100%. Yeah. This is true as well. One of my supervisors physically attacked you. You whooped their ass, catch them outside. No, physically attacked you. I hope they went to jail. No supervisor's supposed to be touching you. We don't even have proper parking for all our employees, so it's always something. I read something about the postal police. I don't know if I deleted this article. Y'all bear with me. I don't know. I'm seeing WWE. No. Union Plus. No, I did that one already. No. I definitely deleted it. Postal police are saying that they can't protect anybody, basically. 50-mile radius will save you. They're cracking down 100%, by the way, at VA. Yes, this is true as well. They're taxing at 15,000. This is everything that y'all writing is true. Shit, y'all don't need me. Listen, I just wanted to give y'all a quick update about this Steiner guy. I'm not bigging him up. I'm just telling you what's going on. I will have a live tomorrow to try to cover a lot of or break down what Brooklyn Dre spoke about. Now, just for clarity, I am not a carrier, hence the reason why I'm going to have a carrier or two on there to break down some of the terms. I don't want to sound like I don't know, but there's some things I won't know. Trying to cover every craft here is a little bit difficult. So we're going to talk about it, or he will speak about it to the best of his ability. And please, if you haven't looked, I think Brooklyn Dre is in my comments as well, somewhere over there. Go on his channel. You can listen to the audio as well about this new auto pivot thing, which they're basing a lot of your performance off of AI. And I don't know if Brooklyn Dre is in there. If he could, try to drop the video in the comment section. I don't know if it's going to allow you to, but again, tomorrow I'm going to have a carrier that is a shop steward on with me, and we may take a couple questions just to try to get some clarity, just to keep you guys informed as to what is going on with this, what to look forward to, because a lot of people don't know. And all we want to do is just share a little bit of information. Brooklyn Dre, if you there, could you drop your video in there? If you do, or just leave it in the regular comments, and I will pin it. Oh, yes, Veronica said she saw that article, Postal Police. Veterans should also buy back your military time to add years to your federal time. It costs too much to buy back y'all time. That is wild, isn't it? You serve the government. You put your time in. Let me give you money for the time I put in. What? $9,000. Wait a minute. I only make 40 grand a year. You want me to give you damn near 1/4 of my pay for the year just to get some time back? This whole place is a scam. That's my opinion. What the hell do I know? Yo, Jay, do you think there'll be more 6-day routes, count eliminated routes to cut jobs under administration and postmaster general? Somebody asked me that, Maurice. I don't know. But if you happen to catch us tomorrow, when we're talking more directly to carriers, um, I don't want to give an opinion that I really don't know about. Ask that same question tomorrow, because I'm gonna look all these over, and I'm pretty sure I'll have an opinion about it. Don't throw stuff at me that I don't know nothing about, man. You make me look silly. Oh man, I buy back 3 years if I could. If they're permanent, then blah blah blah. I don't know the rules on. I just want to know that garnishing his wages. Yeah, it's fine, man. Fuck this. I get a job here. Anyway, um, thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. We come on here tomorrow, argue with me a little bit. We have a good time ish. If you didn't see, I left the video earlier about unionplus.org. For those that didn't watch it, go check it out, please. It is definitely beneficial for anybody, from vacations to credit cards to personal loans, everything. Just check out the video. I think I have one coming out tomorrow, specifically talking about loans for feds, all of this stuff, just because people say I'm so negative. Had to come out with something positive. Smiles. Drive me crazy trying to smile. And last but not least, for the few that are in here, I apologize for anybody that I haven't got back to in my emails. I am formulating a group of people in my chat group, carriers, a couple carriers, regular carriers that may be union based, from rural as well as regular city carriers. I have a truck driver. I don't really have a clerk. I could probably talk to the clerks, but they're going to be willing to give me their emails. They're setting up emails so that if you have questions, I will leave their information in the video description and you can email them directly. I understand people email me and they want my specific time, but trust me, oh, just give me 5 minutes. It ends up being an hour. Thousands of people. I lie to you not. And I love the fact that people reaching out to me, but it just becomes overwhelming. So I'm trying to spread this out to a few different people so that they can help. Again, that's not negative. I'm just trying to share people that can help. A different perspective. Different perspective. If you're in Texas and you got somebody in South Carolina that sees perspective a little bit differently, they might be able to help. I'm going to ask a couple of my manager friends as well. Managers that ain't assholes, that are good, that might be able to give you some advice. Hey, look, man, I'm going through this with my supervisor. I don't know what to do. They might be able to steer you in the right direction. See this? It's called networking. And that's what we try to do here. I know it always seems like it's a negative thing, but that's not the purpose of this channel. It's about to give you unfiltered, uncut, raw emotion as well as information. All right. This is JH. I can't read right now because I took my glasses off. Uh, Jose, what about me? Give him my email. Jose, if you got my email, I got my eyes got to adjust. Bear with me. Jose, email me and I'll chat with you, brother. And that way, I don't know if you were serious, but if you really want to help, I would love to share that information with somebody. So he was faking, and it's never a person who actually happened to. It's always their cousin or buddy or neighbor. I don't even know what we're talking about. What are we talking about there? Knowledge seeker? Very good show. At least AI is easy to talk to than supervisors and managers. I didn't know. I missed whatever's going on there in them comments, but it's all blur. Why do you all as spread what you heard and this person you know it happened to? Came back and pulled down to 16%. I don't know. None of that means. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all stopping by. This is JH. We argue tomata. All right. We out. Oh, VA disability. Knowledge seeker. Ron Speakman. Ron Speakman. Ron Speakman. If you have any if you want to reach out to somebody, knowledge seeker, Ron Speakman helps with disability and all that stuff. I just shared his information. For anybody that's on here, see, just thank you for giving me that. Ron Speakman helps with the workers' comp stuff, disability, and all that other stuff. You can look him up. Ron Speakman. He is one of the people that postal workers that is this whole MO is to help people with that stuff, disabilities and beat up bodies. All right. All right. Later.